Good afternoon, it's 12:30 and we're here to do business. The very first issue, the copyright issue, and AIDS Ghanaian rapper Manifest says you should not join Gamro to get royalties from Ghana. He was speaking as part of a documentary we're putting together on the business of music.
But you see the move, I don't want to see defeat. Want to catch time, although I'll book a suite. So we can catch flights and feelings, you go sweet.
Copyright society, the whole idea is if you join a copyright society, they are able to collect money on your behalf when your songs are used, radio, TV, etc. I started my career in the US, so I registered with ASCAP. Some people are in the UK and they'll be with PRS. Some people are in South Africa and they'll be SAMRO, different places. Now, you shouldn't be registering with multiple rights societies. You can be with one. Even though I'm with ASCAP, which is based in the US, PRS pays my money to ASCAP. SAMRO in South Africa pays, so Gamro should be able to do the same. So Gamro should also be able to do the same for its members for other what do you call it, territories. If you're a member of Gamro and I think your music is being played in South Africa and other things, they should be able to receive royalties on your behalf. And I don't think that's quite what's happening. Yes, it is different, not in terms of what they've been tasked to do, but I think obviously they have more infrastructure to be able to find out where the songs are being played, etc. But I think our Ghanaian one there seems to be a problem because I don't know if they can even collect royalties elsewhere on behalf of their members. And I think there's this misconception people have that I have to be a member of Gamro to get royalties. No, that's false. That's very false. You don't have to be a member of Gamro. You have to be a member of a right society. And I'm a member of ASCAP, so I should be entitled to. Gamro should be able to collect and pay. If a musician is not part of a right society, you're going to lose a lot. Now, when you are not actively performing and doing these things in which you are being paid directly for, your music that you made, your creative work, is doing work for you by being used in many places. And I mean, you're really missing out on a stream of income that you have earned by being creative, and that your creative work increasingly is being used. And that if you were to even retire, you know, or you become older, let's say you're 40 years old, you're not interested in doing music anymore, but you've done music that still gets played, you should get paid for it. So you stand to lose a lot. And I've just from judging for me, just from assessing what that I've seen over the last couple of years, a steady stream of, of income from my stuff being played in other places. I'm not saying like a humongous amount, but I've seen a steady stream, and as your music gets bigger and gets played other places, you should earn what you do. So yeah, we stand to lose a lot if we're not part of a copyright society, whether it's Gamro.
Well, we're going straight to doing some other business stories, and Ghana should or could soon stop exporting raw materials and agricultural produce to the international market as part of initiatives proposed to enhance the Ghana Beyond Aid agenda. Senior Minister Yaw Safumafo, who disclosed this, said exports will be restricted to added value products only, as they will help Ghana maximize its gains in trade with its partners.
Last year, we bought from India about $3.4 billion worth of goods. Ghana bought from India. But India bought from us about $2.9 billion. So India has to buy a little bit more for us. So it means that we have a room to do business with India. It means that our High Commissioner to India should identify other things we can also sell to India. Perhaps the easiest option would be for the joint venture groups we are launching today to look for markets for Ghanaian goods. As part of what we are working out on Ghana Beyond Aid, I may hint that we may decide not to export anything raw from Ghana very soon. As part of our thinking of Ghana beyond aid, we believe that we must add value to all our raw materials. When we do that, then our relationship with India becomes even more important. When you look at figures of exporting things raw and adding value, indeed, you are much, much better off adding value than exporting raw. Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire, the two countries, produce 65% of the total cocoa bean of the world. Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire. Last year, the two countries, we earned about $6 billion from our efforts of producing about 65% of the total bean of the world. 6 billion. The chocolate industry, at the same time, earned 120 billion.
The Ministry of Works and Housing says it's looking at leveraging the pensions fund to promote mortgage arrangements in the country. Samuel Atachia, the sector minister, says his outfit is currently working on a legislation to demand about 30% from the pensions pool to help improve the housing deficits in the country. He spoke to Joy Business at the Maiden Construction Industry Lecture held in Accra.
What we need is a mortgage system which is credible. That is to say, a mortgage system which is connected with the income level of the mortgagor. So what do? We need to understand that most of our workers are on the pension scheme. They contribute to a pension fund. What is that money used for? So why don't we have this pool of money, interfere with legislation and say, we ring fence 30% of every coin that drops into the pension fund, first tier, second tier, whatever tier you have in mind. And let's give these monies to maybe competitive banks, 5 of them, and let's create a mortgage desk. And when they give even instruments of consequence to the developers are ready to roll out the houses, if only we can give them guarantees that they'll be paid. So this is a paradigm shift that we want to pursue.
So how far are you looking at pushing this agenda, and how soon should we expect results?
Well, we are very, very anxious to see something quickly this time around in terms of the legal regime and the approvals with the Ministry of Finance. As a matter of fact, this pre-budget presentation, it is something very uppermost in the minds of the Minister for Works and Housing, the Minister for Finance, because we build and there's a financial dimension to a mortgage. So we need the legal regime, the financial regime to do this job, and we are doing a heavy collaboration.
Well, so we have brought you some snippets of what to expect on the marketplace at exactly 1 p.m. Nissan is looking at coming to Ghana with an assembling plant, and indeed, well, fuel prices have gone up to 5.18 Ghana cedis. Well, we want to see the ramifications, the effects on the economy coming up at 1 p.m. My name is Odelia Intiamwa.